Good morning. I got a new bonnet and I love it. However, also got new curlers and they were hard to use. So I'm curious how this turned out. So far she's rough, but we'll see. So the difference with this one is it's like stiff. My other rod that I use is not all that stiff. Insert your inappropriate jokes here. This is the difference I have. Versus, I'm gonna wash my face first and then I'll deal with whatever happened. I feel like this is not a hold that's curled at all today. Okay, let's see the hair situation. Some of you are like, why are you brushing your curls out? Obviously they're not gonna stay. I always do that, and usually they stay if they're really good. I prefer having my hair brushed. I don't mess around with that whole put on hairspray throughout the day. My hair should be soft, it should not be stiff. I hate hairspray with a burning passion, so you won't catch me using that. But yeah, definitely not as good as my curls have been known to be. I don't know, it's kind of womp womp. Halfway through the day, here's my hair. Pretty much straight. Looks good though, so like not entirely upset, I guess. I don't have a lot of volume and I like volume, so feeling a little bald. Had a really productive morning. We're watching the Jane Goodall documentary for our informative unit. So I've just had that on for the kids. They're filling out a worksheet at the same time, which means I've had plenty of time to prep for my entire next week already. I already graded some late assignments. I caught up with some of my grading. Yeah, now I just kind of have the rest of the day to maybe do one more productive thing that's on my list and then just take time for myself. Yeah, hopefully it goes well. Today, as productive as it was just like kind of a mess slash blah day. I really am feeling motivated to go to the gym, but I'm also feeling like today is a coffee with my gym day. Well, that seems weird, but sometimes I do like to go on the treadmill and just have a coffee while I'm on the treadmill rather than just my water, as if I'm taking like a stroll around town. Maybe that's stupid. I don't care. It makes me motivated to stay longer. It's just a good vibe. It's a good vibe for me. My goal is an hour, but if by 45 minutes I'm just like absolutely on the brink of get me out of here, then I'm gonna leave. I'm really hoping that I get to an hour today, so we'll see. For some reason, every time I try to vlog for the past like 3 weeks, you were cuddling with me. You love me, right? Shh. Don't act like you camera shy. You are a diva. Remember who you are. Always with the butt in my face. Always with the butt in my face. But for like past 3 weeks that I've tried to vlog, every time I'll get through 2 days maybe, and then my life will explode. A little bit about me being dramatic, but I vlogged for 2 days. Crap at work went down, not feeling good about it, but lots of bad things went down. I'm not really looking forward to going back to work next week. Won't go into further detail on that. And also, I stressed myself out so much. Maybe I was gonna get sick either way. Somehow I'm now like so insanely sick. My fever broke last night, so there's at least that. But I don't know if it's just because I stressed myself out so bad that my immune system crashed, or if I was gonna get sick either way. It's like one of those sicknesses where you kind of go like, why wasn't I grateful for my health when I had it, you know? I'll vlog the rest of this week, see how it goes. Find the energy, because if it goes truly poorly, we might go into another depressive state. But we'll see. This is me just kind of being real for you about like where my life is at and how it's going. Just to keep you updated. So, first day back at school in 5 days. Drive here was horrible. I feel like our school didn't want to call off for a 5th day, which for me would have been 6 days. So my drive here was so bad. I genuinely almost got into a 5-car pileup because I swerved into the other lane. So that was great, but luckily nothing happened. Thank God. That was literally a miracle intervention. Now I'm just getting through the week and processing slowly and just taking it one breakdown at a time. That was the down part of my vlog. Let's see if it goes back up from here. So I actually already did my hair for the night, trying to do this new style that I saw on Instagram, but I just realized I did it wrong. I FaceTimed Joe when I did it. I didn't look at the video, and I just tried to find the video to show Joe. When I finally found it, I realized I did it the wrong way. So I'm actually gonna try to, if I am going to risk seeing the results of this and it doesn't turn out good, I can at the very least say I don't have the talent rather than I did it wrong. This is the video that I saw. It's incredible. Her hair is incredible. I don't have as good of hair as that in general, but why not? Why not try? And now this looks, I look like I'm a chromosome.
Strike the pose.
Just hire me for hair in the next chromosome fashion week. Do you see the vision? Now the finishing so I can actually sleep. So I gotta get rid of my chromosome tails. And I'm actually gonna tie the gold one to one I already have up here too. It's called an art project. It's called an art project. Now we will truly see how this looks in the morning. Oh, I have a new hack for people who cosplay Toad and would like to use a bonnet to keep themselves comfortable. Hairstyle I just did is excellent for sculpting. I'll update you on how the hair ends up looking and if it's worth it.
The next day.
Okay, looks like hair. I don't have any curls. Okay, I guess what I learned today is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Otherwise, it'll break. So Joe and I saw this idea. I was gonna film the store, but we kind of both hate filming in stores. So we saw this idea on Instagram a bit ago. You and your partner get sweatshirts from Hobby Lobby. Pick the one you want to wear. So I picked this one. Joe picked the gray. Then get stickers that remind you of your partner, and then put the patches that your partner picked for you on your sweatshirt. So I'm doing both of them because I have an iron. Fun fact, Hobby Lobby is where we saw this video, and apparently Hobby Lobby, for one, the one that we go to, had a very small section compared to the video that we saw of patches, and two, all the patches apparently are stickers, not actually iron-on patches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna iron on the ones that are iron-on, and I'm gonna stick all the ones on that are stick-on, and I'm gonna go home and I'm just gonna embroider on the edges of the stickers, and then they'll be a little more permanent. For Joe's sweatshirt, I am putting on these stickers that I picked for him. I had a lot of trouble because there's not a lot of Joe's not like the biggest guy's guy anyway, but I don't want to get him all super feminine kind of stickers because he's not also the most feminine person either. I did manage to find some stickers that I still think remind me of him. The two that I had no trouble with. He loves mushroom, fairy core type of stuff, cottage core, this is his favorite thing. He also really loves gnomes, the 40-year-old woman gnome aesthetic is his favorite. And then Joe also likes little creatures with cute little faces. So these were really easy. These two I'm still happy with, but I feel like I stretched a little bit. He's an April baby, so Daisy is. Then I did a little paw print mainly because he's a cat guy. So this is the only actual iron-on patch I got for him. And these three are stickers. He got me this strawberry with little hearts on it.
Ow!
The fit.
Got the Stitch PJ pants from Walmart.
Yeah. This is the only iron-on patch he got for me, but it's a coffee. Got this pack for me as well, which I feel like I want to include something for him. Said the whole pack seemed like me. Maybe the green heart. The green heart speaks to me because that's his favorite color. So I'll do both of these really quick. I'm still gonna give him the umbrella because he really loves the rain. Loves the rain, in and outdoor. So okay, I finished them. Obviously, I still have to stitch them. I'm just gonna do a couple stitches around the borders and hope for the best. But these turned out so much cuter than I kind of thought. I figured since we picked so few stickers that they were gonna be pretty bland and boring. And I even almost told Joe, forget it. But, so here's Joe's. I like that it's not overwhelmed with a bunch of stickers. Gave him the green heart and the umbrella, which I feel just the vibe is right. The little guys down here. This side is the real iron-on patch, the one I don't have to sew down. Then on this sleeve, I have the mushroom, and I felt bad. He had so many stickers for me, which it's because he only picked out 2 big ones and then a whole pack, but I just felt like splitting the pack with him. I also gave him this yellow flower because I felt like he would find it really pretty. Then I put the paw on the back because Toffee always climbs on his back. She climbs on everyone's back, but she climbs on his back, so I thought that the paw in the back was kind of a fun touch. So there's his. I love that it's not covered. Still has cute little flair. And here's mine. A few more still, but still fun. Match his heart and the umbrella. I did the pink heart for me and the latte. Of course, there's the iced coffee down there. I had to be pretty asymmetrical because I feel like that looks good. On the sleeves for me, I put the butterfly sticker from the pack and the stamp sticker, which is so freaking pretty. And then on the other sleeve, I put the pink cherries, which, by the way, this is like genuinely my favorite shade of pink. I don't know if he knows that. And then I wasn't gonna put the keys, but it was the last one, and I feel like it kind of symbolizes me moving out this year, even though it's a hotel key. But to match the fact he has a paw on the back of his and I put the books on the back of mine. He wanted these done for our trip to Florida. He thought it would be cute to wear them there together. So now I gotta go do the sewing. Yay. I don't know who needs to hear this. My mom gave me a peanut butter brownie tonight that she made. Everyone was like, oh my God, Jay, this is like so a you food. You need to eat this. But I don't live at home anymore, right? Gave me 1 peanut butter brownie to take home so I could have it when I was ready for dessert. Unfortunately, I'm extremely mentally ill. I hate how I look so bad. It actually makes me almost physically ill to look at me. I think I should probably just be locked away on an island and never seen again because I am that ugly. That's my truth. But after about 5 hours of just sobbing and hating how much I look, I decided it's finally time for bed. And I know darn well if I don't eat this brownie tonight, I'm never going to eat it. Because for some reason, when I tell myself, you don't need those calories today, you could have those calories tomorrow, I refuse to eat that food ever again. It's a big reason why a lot of the snacks that I buy go stale, because I buy so many thinking, well, I don't want to run out. I'll be sad when I run out, so I need to make sure I have so much. So then I have like 2 or 3 servings of it, and I'm like, oh, I can't eat this for a while. I need to take a break. And then I never touch it again. Don't know if anyone else has that issue. I have that issue. Moving on. I had to have the brownie because I knew that I wasn't going. I knew it was going to just sit there and get stale. It's a homemade peanut butter brownie from my mom. Whatever. And it's, I'm not kidding, probably one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. I feel like I'm not going to listen to my own advice, but I'm going to say at the very least, that whole like, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. This tastes way better. This is insane. Don't pass over opportunities to enjoy things that you would enjoy because you want to look a certain way. Again, I'm not going to listen to that advice. I'm actually actively ignoring it while I'm saying it, but I thought that I'd say it at least for people who think more clearly than I do. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the last few bites of this. I don't have a lot of time, which is kind of the whole point. First off, can we hopefully that actually looks good. I took a video and I think it looks good, but I don't know. Trying out, I feel like this is all I do on this channel is make different coffees, but I'm trying out a new way to do my coffee that doesn't take 15 minutes. Just keep running late every day that I make my coffee. The first time ever, I'm trying a cold brew. I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous because I need something that's gonna last. Like if I'm gonna buy it, it needs to last quite a bit. It can't just be like 2 or 3 drinks and done. But in order for that to happen with a cold brew, you have to like not pour a lot of it. It has to be mainly milk. So I'm like, let's see. I poured like up to here, but that's with ice, you know, that's ice, it's ice. I would make cold foam for this, but I really don't have time. Okay, I have the pink vanilla almond milk. It's the flavor profile we should go for today. I'm gonna do my Girl Scouts. I'm just gonna say coconut caramel because I don't remember what the actual cookie's called. I don't know, you tell me. That looks pretty light. I didn't add creamer either, but I have sweetened almond milk, so. Yeah, the almond milk does enough. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, I made it on time, so now I'm gonna actually try my coffee again now that I'm not rushing. I taste so much of the almond milk, like it pretty much just tastes like almond milk. Not bad, it's just definitely don't taste the coffee in it. It doesn't taste like coffee, but it doesn't not taste like what I get from the coffee shop I go to at the same time. It's also February now. I know this vlog is like so many days out of nowhere. It's just been like the most random amalgamation of things. I'm sure it's super duper interesting and totally not like, girl, put the camera down, put the fries in the bag. Anyway, I get to switch out my candle. I have a candle for each month. I like to switch it up. My January one was Wonderberry and Sage. It's a frosted cranberry and winter rose. Phenomenal. But now it's time for my strawberry shortcake candle. Divine. I already put up my Valentine's Day decorations because I have my Christmas decorations up pretty much all of January. I have these little dogs from Target that I've used for decorating pretty much all year, and I get these things from Target, the little hand-holding guys. I like to switch out the garland I use and the wreath that I use. I don't know if there's anyone that watches my content to see what I do teacher-wise, or if it's just girls being girls, gays being gays. But I did introduce a few more practices after I, during this vlog, had my mental breakdown about just not doing well. I messaged my mentor teacher because she was asking how I was doing, and I was like, not great. And she basically was like, I think if you just change some things could go a little bit better. And as much as I still don't want to be in the classroom, I do feel I could agree about maybe just making some changes that were hopefully going to be good. Some of these are just like not teacher specific, but they're more like the school I work at specific. One of which is my school has rules about snacks, and we also have rules about tardies, which I voted to add. So it's not like I'm against the tardy rule. The snack rule, I was like, I don't care. I just didn't. I honestly still don't really. I just don't see the big deal about letting kids have snacks in the room so long as they're not messy. Started being an issue was recently kids were like getting up in the middle of lessons to share snacks. Like I'd be talking and a kid would walk across the room to go get snacks from a friend, and I'm like, huh? Hello? So that was an issue, and also it just felt like I was losing being able to control my own room. By giving them so many freedoms, I felt like I was losing control of me being in charge. So unfortunately, I did go back to being strict on, I say go back, I was never strict on that. I did start to agree with how I was supposed to do it. I did tell them, unfortunately, if I see it, it's gonna go back to your locker and it's gonna be a write-up because that's what I'm supposed to do. And I think I opened this speech of like, I'm not doing this because you guys are in trouble. I'm doing this because my job is hard and I'm genuinely just trying to make it easier for myself. So I'm really sorry. I don't really want to do it this way, but I think that this is the best move. So another thing is with tardies. This is the rule. Like kids are marked tardy if they don't tell you where they are and they're not there after the bell. We have only a 3-minute passing period, which is super short, except this school is so freaking small that 3 minutes genuinely is all they need. Now we have bells, and the tardies, I was like, just let me know. Like if you have to go to the bathroom and you're worried about being late, just let me know you need to go to the bathroom. I do think in general that should be how that works. Like if you're worried about being late and you have to go to the bathroom, but you're trying to use your time, just go, okay? Just let me know and I'll know where you are. You won't be marked tardy. Except what was happening with my kids is they would abuse that so bad. I would start off with, as soon as the bell rang, I'd have the next class come in and 10 kids, which by the way, my class sizes are about 11. So yeah, 10. Miss, can I please go to the bathroom? Can I please go get something from my locker? And I was like, yeah, go, whatever. But then they still wouldn't come back until 5 minutes after the bell because they knew that my rule was as long as I know where you're at, you won't be marked tardy. You know, it's just, you try to extend kindness and understanding and you get abused. So I started being strict on that. I told them, you can go during passing period, but if you're not back by the bell, I'm sick of having to wait 5 minutes to start class because I'm waiting for all of you to come back because you all talked to me at the very beginning of passing period and you somehow still take over 5 minutes after the bell, which is 8 minutes total. I haven't had to mark anyone tardy yet because the only time that someone came back in after the bell was the very first day I was implementing that, and I was like, I'll extend grace, you know? Last thing is kids aren't supposed to have their phones at all, and I never allowed phones, except last year they have a homeroom at how our school runs because it's a grade school. Instead of bell rings at the end of the last class, they get to go home. Bell rings at the end of the last class, they have to go to their homeroom teacher first and wait to be dismissed with like all bus students are dismissed, all town students are dismissed. Town is just like kids who walk home. Last year I was like, end of the day, I don't care. I didn't think that it was a big deal. I've since learned that it's supposed to be no phones until they are physically out of the building. Like, they're not even supposed to be on them in the hallways while they're walking out of the building. They have to be out of the building. The junior high teachers all got together at the beginning and were like, we need to all agree to be strict about no phones at the end of the day, because otherwise kids complain that they're in the wrong homeroom or whatever. I was like, okay, no problem. I tried to implement no phones at the end of the day, except as much as I'm not a pushover, I still am a little bit of a pushover, because kids would come in and they'd be like, can I text my mom about rides from school? And the rule is supposed to be, no, you can call from my phone. And if you don't know their number, I can look it up. And I was strict on that for about a week. I was worn down. I was worn down by the constant asking. I tried to establish a rule that if you're gonna text, you have to stand right by me, so that way I know that you're just texting and not being on your phone. But then I had kids who were good at sneaking, like being on other things while they were next to me, because they knew I wasn't like watching them. I was just kind of having them stand next to me. And then I had other kids complaining that certain kids got away with it, but other kids were getting caught easier. And it was just total chaos at the end of the day. I had kids running around. They were all waiting. I didn't hear the announcements, and it was just complete chaos. So mentor teacher, I complained to her about that. I'm like, I'm having trouble implementing this, and I'm irritated, because the thing is, I didn't want to take phones. I was at that point. So my mentor teacher was like, something I've done before is that they have to put all their bags and coats over against the wall and then sit in their seat. And then once it's announced that they can leave, then they could go grab it. And then you don't have to fight kids either. You don't have to deal with the arguments. You don't have to deal with trying to bend the rules. You don't have to deal with needing to search anyone, because that seems ridiculous. It's gone so much smoother. I haven't had to deal with the arguing. I've had some kids say, I don't have my phone. And I'm like, cool. You still have to put all your belongings over there. So those are the school specific things. And then there's two-ish, three-ish things that I've implemented that are me specific to help me out. One is I struggled so bad to get kids to stop talking. I do have my classroom doorbell, which works to get their attention. It doesn't keep them quiet. Two things in one that I kind of implemented. This used to be my weekly quote, and yes, I'm upset to lose my weekly quote. It's for each class, and in each class, I mark off a tally if I think that they're either blurting out too much during instruction or they're just being too loud in general. So if someone just starts blurting stuff out in 6.2, or they're just being too loud and disruptive, I give them a tally. Every 3 tallies will result in them having to do an extra IXL skill, or no writing, depending on what we're gonna do the next week. So this week we're doing IXL, and 8th grade got a total of 9 tallies. Yeah, so they had 3 extra no writing skills, and I already assigned them 3 skills off the bat. So those are for extra. So 6th grade didn't get any skills. Both 7th grade classes got 3 tallies, so they both get 1 extra skill. And then when they complained, I said, you could be in 8th grade, because I have it marked on the board if they get an IXL skill. And so as soon as I said, you could be 8th grade, they're like, they had 3 IXL marks. They have 6 skills. Yep. I don't make the extra skills the hardest skills. Like, I try to pick the easier skills, just because it's like, oh my God, you have 6 skills. Why did you do that to yourself? You get what you receive, I guess. Then along with that, I've been using this traffic light on my classroom. What do I call this? Classroom screen. This light, if it's green, it means that I'm happy with the noise level. There's not really many issues. If it's yellow, I'm starting to get annoyed. You're about to get issues. If it's red, we have some major consequences coming our way. The thing is, I don't always use the traffic light. I use the tallies more because they respond more to it. But if I'm not in a place where I can get up from my desk, like if I'm helping someone, then in that case, the traffic light is really helpful, because it's kind of like, if I have to get up right now, you are getting a tally. Shut up. And then the last thing I implemented for myself, I usually do, is that I don't walk around my room. I don't know if that's obvious by my body. Anyways, because that's not how my brain works. I get very overwhelmed if I have multiple tasks to do, because I don't know which one to prioritize. So it's best for me that if kids need help, they come back here to me and talk to me, which is another reason that my desk is at the back of the classroom and not the front, because then people aren't staring at you. Thing is, while that did work, sometimes I would have a line that would go all the way to like over here in my room. And the other problem with that is that while they're standing there waiting to get help, they're not doing anything else. They're not using their time to maybe do other homework assignments, try to figure it out themselves. They're literally just standing there. They could be standing there for over 10 minutes just waiting for me to get ready to help, because I'm going one by one. So I implemented this which is my help desk ticket. I had seen this online and I thought it was such a good idea, but I just didn't know how to do it myself. I made these little tickets. I have 9 of them. When a kid needs help, they come, they grab a ticket, they put it on their desk to remember what number they are. I've told them it's like Culver's, and then they wait for me to say that I'm now serving that number, which I display on my screen with the now serving. So it's great because then, 1, I don't have a giant line. It's less overwhelming to me. 2, I don't have kids just standing there waiting for help. And 3, they tend to use their own time now. The last thing I want to say personally is for the quiet tallies, I didn't tell them the rules. For the traffic light, I didn't tell them what it meant. And they asked, I didn't answer. And some of you might say, that's stupid. How are they supposed to know what to do? Here's the thing with middle school students. They're really good at reading rules, not when they're directions, but they're really good at reading rules that are consequences and knowing exactly where the loopholes are. So when you explain rules to them, they analyze them and figure out exactly how they can break them enough that you're not actually supposed to give them a consequence. It's been my most challenging thing about middle school the whole time. I knew if I said, if you're loud, you get a tally. If you blurt, you get a tally. If everyone's loud, you get a tally. And every 3 tally marks, you get an extra IXL skill. I knew if I said all of that, they were gonna argue with me about, well, only they blurted. Well, only who blurted? Well, we're not being loud totally. Well, we're not. I didn't tell them. It's been trial and error. They figured out what the tallies meant after someone got 3 and I wrote IXL above it. They figured out that the tallies meant noise when it only happened when they made noise. And I have never been more at peace. So I highly recommend that for behavioral management, to just let them figure it out.
What the dog doing?
I should have filmed it before, but I got too excited. Joe asked me to be his Valentine. Cute little basket, Reese's, because I love peanut butter, chocolate rose. I've been talking about this Central Perk Giant Pom Pal since before Christmas, I think. Ages. I love it so much. I like this one and the door, but I think I did prefer this one because I like coffee so much. I don't know where I'll put it, but I don't care. And then Blind Box Sanrio little puzzle characters, which I think he's gotten me before. I have Cinnamon Roll and Choco Cat already. I would be perfectly fine with getting Choco Cat again. I love Ponchoco. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And Pompurin. No.
What?
I got an exact duplicate.
Oh,
That's okay.
It's Chocolate Cat.
It's Choco Cat. I'm perfectly happy with Choco Cat again. This Choco Cat looks mature. His eyes are closest together. This doesn't look like Choco. Love him so much. Choco Cat and Cinnamon Roll. This Choco Cat has seen some things. This Choco Cat's paid taxes. Thank you. I'll be your Valentine.
What if after all this you just said no?
When I sure asked me.
Oh.
Harry Styles. The damn British.